Very good morning. Well, I'm Rajneesh. I have already taught you about the presidential form of the government and the parliamentary form of the government. What are the basic features? I made you very much clear during our previous classes. In India, you can verify and you can see the function and the action of the parliamentary election, because in India this is the very vivid. And if you want to see the real casting of the presidential form of a government, I think the USA is the best example. Here, both presidential form of the government and parliamentary of the form of the government is not very much absolutely functioning. But you can see 50% half casting at least in the Indian origin, in Indian democratic arena. Here, I have designed the 5 very distinct points. If you will go for the critical study, you will find that these are a very critical points in between for a comparison about presidential form of a government and the parliamentary form of a government. And I have displayed here one by one. We will discuss with the one case study and the example. Here, serial number, basis, parliamentary form of government and the presidential form of the government. Number 1, the executive. Executive power of the parliamentary, it has, he has the dual power because an MLA has to play the dual role. First, he had to execute what the legislation has been formed, and as an executive, he will enforce it. The both power is operating. He is also accountable and responsible, an MP, and any referred and any elected member of a parliament is the responsible and the accountable for his the executive and the legislative action, because as you know the parliament is the machinery of a legislation, and when the president make it sign over the bill simply converts there in a law or a rule. But for the processing, for the formation, for the recommendation, the elected member is there. This is his executive power. And the second is legislative power is this, that he has to enforce completely. But in the presidential style, because it is well known to us, he has the only single power, because ultimately it is well known he is the supreme boss. In the democratic hierarchy, he is the head of the judiciary, he is the head of the executive, he is the head of the legislature. Number 2, the accountability, executive and the legislative. I made it clear very early, but the presidential is the very legislative power. Just I am giving a one case study here for India. If the parliament pass a bill and it becomes a responsibility for a president to make it signed, and if the president will not make it sign, then there will be a stake for the position of the even presidency. But the matter is completely otherwise in the US Senate. If the US Senate passed some recommendation, some bill, the president is at liberty. He may sign, he may not sign. If he signed, the thing is law. If he did not sign, that comes well within his the legislative power. Third, ministers. Ministers only from among the MPs are the responsible. And the people outside, because as you know, the parliament is the seat of, basically sitting a seat of the elected members of the MPs and of the elected member. Whereas people from the outside, the president can appoint, like ambassador, like governor, like Account General of India, like Solicitor General of the India, like the Postmaster General of the India. For the full dissolution of the lower house, when I have made it very clear earlier, the Council of Ministers is basically a ship where the captain is the Prime Minister, because the Prime Minister is the functional head of the Parliament. PM can dissolve the expiry of the term. He can dissolve. He has a capacity. It is well within his reach. But the President cannot dissolve because it does not come within his the legitimacy. Whereas the tenure is not fixed. It is up to the PM that he can dissolve the Parliament. But the position and the legitimate right of the President is the fixed, technically at least for the 5 years. In this way, these are 5 very clear and the critical difference in between the parliamentary form of a government and the presidential form of the government. These are the points of the attraction. You must keep it well in your mind. Thank you.